Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. My name is maybe Afolabi and these lashes are not making me see. Anyway, my name is maybe Afolabi and I film content on marriage, faith and life in general. If that is anything you're interested in, please click the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and if you end up enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. It goes a long way in helping my channel. In today's video, I'm so glad you clicked on it because it's a story time. So today's video is about how I almost ruined my relationship because my then boyfriend didn't used to get angry, and it was a problem for me because I really wanted to know how the person I'm going to get married to react when he's angry. So it was a big deal for me, and I almost ruined my relationship because of that. So if you like love stories or you just feel like you will learn something in this video, definitely keep watching. It's a get ready with me, by the way. So let us start what we have come into the room to do. So this is another get ready with me video. I totally enjoy filming this kind of video, even though I find it difficult to talk and concentrate on doing my makeup at the same time, but I enjoy doing them. So I'm back with another get ready with me video and I hope that you enjoy it. So today we are gisting. I want to tell you guys about how I almost lost my husband because he didn't get angry. Okay, that's a very exaggerated topic, but something along that line or something along those lines. So let us start what we have actually come into the room to do. So I'm going to prime my face first. I think I'm comfortable enough to start talking. So if you guys are an OG on the channel, you already know how I met my husband, but for those that don't know, I'm just going to paraphrase or just give a little bit of background story because I think we should start from the genesis of the whole matter, right? So my husband and I met in church. We met through our mentor, our pastor in church. Our parents attend the same church in Nigeria back home, right? And Toby's parents have been going to that church. I think Toby was giving birth to in that church, or he got to the church very, very young, maybe before the age of 3. Yes, I can't really remember that particular detail right now. If they are counting old members of the church, my husband's family would be part of the old members. But my mom didn't start going to the church until 2013-ish, I think. And because my mom was going there, I was in school at the time. So anytime I'm just coming from uni, I go to church as well. I follow her to church as well. I mean, it was a good church. It was a cool church. So there was no reason not to follow your mommy to church. So there is a pastor in church that really liked me and I liked him as well, right? I even went to him at some point to just, be my mentor. So that was how he became my mentor. That's how the pastor became my mentor. Meanwhile, I didn't know that, this was Toby's mentor as well. At the time, Toby was already out of the country, so he was not in church. If you want to gist about how my husband and I met, I'm going to leave it here so you can go watch it. But that's not what this video is about today. My parents-in-law are very old members of the church. My father-in-law is even a pastor in church. My mother-in-law is like head of women president, blah, blah, blah. So they are quite a popular figure in church. So when news broke out that I was dating, or Toby Afolabi was dating Mommy Kolapo's daughter, that's what they call my mommy in church. I say it like I'm a member of the royal family. People will legit go to my mom to say, oh, congratulations, Toby Afolabi is courting your daughter. Oh, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. All of this in Yoruba, right? I'm so happy for you. You don't have to worry. Toby Afolabi is a good boy. Like, this guy was not even around. And people will be vouching for him like, Toby Afolabi is a good boy. There is nothing to worry about. In fact, if you have been praying about, your daughter's marriage, just know that God has answered you. This is an answered prayer. This time I was already out of school, of course. I was already working in Lagos. My parents stay in Ibadan, by the way. And I was already working in Lagos. So my mom would legit call me like almost every Sunday after service. This is so person. One woman, so person came to her to congratulate her. Almost every Sunday up until the time we got married, people will always go to my mom to say, oh, I heard Toby Afolabi is seeing your daughter. I heard your daughter and Toby Afolabi are getting married, especially when they now announced in church. When they announced in church, because my church is like my church at home is like these Orthodox churches. They do things very traditionally. So, you know, they will announce the wedding like months before and all that good stuff. So even after the announcement, now everybody in church knew. People will go to my mom to say, oh, congratulations. Like, people are not even going to my husband's mom to congratulate him for, because they don't know me, of course. But people go to my mom to say, congratulations. Oh, I heard. Oh, congratulations. Hey, God have mercy. You know, it was like, so that was even one of the things that gave my mommy so much peace of mind. Like, this person is not even around. And people are vouching for him like so much like this. Like, it has to be that you are good, right? It has to be that, I mean, you have gained the trust of the people. I just said that to just give a background to, you know, maybe the character of my husband, if that makes sense. I met my husband like that, you know, very gentle, very reserved. If you don't put finger in his mouth, he will not talk. Like, if you put finger in his mouth, he won't bite you, you know, all that stuff. So it was that kind of person. Plus all the congratulations my mom was getting, it was just like, okay, this is good. Like, even though it was long distance, but I didn't worry much because, I mean, a lot of people have attested to this person's character, and it was just like, okay, this is a done deal. So it's now dependent on whether, you know, there is chemistry, whether you like this person. And trust me, when people have said so many good things about somebody, the attraction that was supposed to be like 2 or 1 because you're just meeting them just goes up to 5. It's like the foundation is already solid, so you're just building up from there, right? It's like everybody said the same thing about my husband. Even his friends that I spoke to on different occasions. My husband doesn't have many friends. You can count them on one hand, right? All of them have the same thing to say about him, the same adjective to qualify him. It's just insane. I'm not sure if you bring 10 of my friends together, I'm not sure they can say the same thing about me. I'm not sure. So, you know, it just gives you peace of mind, like, okay, this person is good. Anyway, so, you know, my husband and I started dating, and everything everybody said is true. Like, it's the same thing everywhere. You guys, see, me, I prepared for marriage. I don't know about you, but if you are married, I don't know about you, but me, love me be, I prepared for marriage. And what do I mean by preparation? I read a lot of books. I'm not sure there is any prominent marriage preacher that I did not listen to. In university, I was already going for mother summit, wife summit. Something that did not concern me. I was already going because they'll say singles too can come and pray for your future, blah blah blah. I was there. You will find me there. And because, you know, marriage was just very personal to me. Marriage is very personal to me. Like, I just did not want to get it wrong. I'm just like, hey, this marriage thing, it must be correct. So I prepared for marriage. I listened to every marriage preacher. As long as you are speaking English, I would listen. I would buy your tape. I would buy your books. I would listen to your preachings on YouTube. Whatever, I was there. You will find me there. If there is a summit in my city, I'm there. Even in law school, I went for mother summits. When I was supposed to be reading, I read though, but me and my friends, we still went for some mother summits. We went for mother summit to pray for our unborn children. I mean, I'm not sure those things were a waste, but let's not get into that. That's story for another day. In my preparation of marriage, right, I've heard preachers say 9 things you must do before you marry him, 15 things you should know before you marry him, 10 red flags, kiliko, questions to ask. All these things, they were ringing in my head. I knew every question I needed to ask. I knew everything I needed to look out for. I was always on the lookout. Okay, is this a red flag? Is this, even though I didn't find any red flag, everything was blue. I didn't find red flags, but you know, all of these things I knew what to look out for and what not to look out for. And one of the very common things all of these preachers will say is, don't marry a man that you have never seen angry. Like, know how he reacts when he's angry. If you are dating a person and he's always like very nice to you, you know, he's always very nice to you. Everything you say, he says it's okay. Even if you almost punch him, he's like, oh, he smiles and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, I love you. That's deceiving you, oh, that don't marry him. After marriage, you do the slightest thing, he gets angry, he throws you across the wall. All these things, So all these things were the things I was like, okay, this guy and I have been talking for months now, like almost more than 6 months, and I have never seen him angry. Like my husband, Toby, at the time, would never get angry at anything. It might be uncomfortable, and we'll just maybe have said something and he doesn't like, or it doesn't sit well with him. We'll just gently end the conversation, and maybe we'll just send me a message later to say, oh babe, I didn't like that thing that you said. Or maybe we'll just call me back later to say, oh, that thing you said earlier, I didn't like it, or I think you could have said it this way, blah blah blah. Like, I'm like, okay, but get angry. I'm like, okay, but be angry. How about that? How about you be angry? Like, let me know how you really feel. And it's like, I've already told you how I feel. This is how I feel about it. I don't like it, and I've said I don't like it. I'm like, no. Get angry. I want to see you angry. Guys, this issue went for months that I was begging this guy to get angry. I was literally begging to see him angry. Like, I just want to know what you look like. He didn't understand it because my husband so many things I do he does not understand. Even up until this day, so many things I say he does not understand. I'm like, get angry. Like, I want to see what you do when you are angry, even though it was long distance relationship. But let me see whether you will raise your voice at me, I want to know. Get angry, please. It was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've already expressed myself, and guys, there is nothing you can do in this world that will make my husband raise his voice. I have not seen it. I'm like, no, this cannot be normal. I even told my mom. I told my mom. I think my mom understood where I was coming from. Like, okay, I understand how that, you want to see what is like when he's angry, blah blah blah. So she did not discourage me. She did not encourage me to continue to pursue my mission, but she didn't discourage me as well. She was just like, oh, I understand where you're coming from. I understand what you're trying to get. So good luck with that. So it went on and on like that for several months. And one time I just resolved in my mind that, whatever it takes, I need to know what this guy is like. Because, I'll go back to the messages. That was just where I was at the time. That's where my spiritual understanding could carry. I didn't know that, there is a place that you can get to where you have all your emotions in check, where you have, you're just in control of your own self. I didn't know because I wasn't there. I didn't know that you could get there. Because when I'm angry, I'm going to let you know. You're going to know that I'm angry. I'm going to raise my voice. Right? So I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that people were already operating at that level. So I just resolved in my mind that, I'm going to see this guy get angry. Whatever it takes, we're going to do this. And guys, it was a mission. It was a mission. That was how I started my stupidity. I will do everything. I know that what I'm doing is wrong, but I'll still do it because I just want to see you angry. I just want to know what you would be like when you are angry. So I honestly cannot remember how I succeeded, but I did something that was really, really terrible. I honestly cannot remember. I have that kind of memory. I don't remember the bad things because they always come back to bite me in the behind. So I don't remember the bad things. I just remember lessons that I learned from it. So I just know that I succeeded in, doing something really terrible that will make anybody in the world, anybody, no matter who you are, even if you're a pope, it will make you uncomfortable, right? I can't remember what I did. Maybe my husband can remember. And if he does, I'll put it on the screen, right? But I know that I did that thing, and instead of making him angry, I hurt him. Like, it was so hot. I don't think I've ever seen anybody that hot before in my life. I don't think I've ever even been the cause. Not even I don't think. I've never been the cause of somebody's pain like that in my life. I was like, my husband was so hot. Oh my God, I thought, Jesus, have lost it. Motive for Warami Sherami. Like I have done this one. This one is my fault. If this thing does not work, it is me. I caused it. I lost a good man. So, like, it was so hot. He didn't talk to me for like one full day. I was so miserable at work. I was so miserable. I'll go to the toilet, I'll cry, I'll call him, he would not pick. Like, I'll send him WhatsApp message, he will read it, he will give me one answer. Like, and I'll say, I just want to know how you are doing. You say, I'm fine. Oh my god, guys, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm like, see, I'm never going to do this again in my life. Why would I want to convert an angel to a devil? Why would I want to do that? I could feel what I've done. I was just thinking God that, see, thank God is miles away, because I don't even want to see the look on his face. I don't want to see what I've cost him. Like, it was just so at night I've just given up. I'm like, see, it will take weeks, if not months, for this guy to forgive me. Then at night, that's how my sweet Christian husband, boyfriend, just called me. As he called me like this, I saw his call, I started wailing. I started crying. And that's what I do, guys. That's what I do. Like, I would do something and I would know that. You would always know that this thing you're about to do, are you sure there will be consequences? But I'll still do it. Or then it comes back to bite me in the behind. Then I start to cry. I'll now start wailing. You think something bad happened to me. You will not realize me that did something bad. I started crying. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My man, he would just keep quiet. Toby, can you just don't try, don't even try. He will just keep quiet and be looking at you like, he will let you display. He will let you fully display. Okay, you're sorry. What did you do? What are you sorry for? You don't have to confess your sins like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, this is what I did. I shouldn't have done that to you. I shouldn't have done that. I was just trying to. After I finished making a fool of myself, and I said, well, I wasn't still angry. I was just really hurt by what you did. Like, why would you do that? Why would you think of doing something like that to me? Like, why? Because whatever it is that you're driving at is pointless. I was just hurt. I just took the day off to just process what you did. And I came to a conclusion that it didn't make any sense. Like, what you did didn't make any sense. I know it didn't make any sense. I know, I'm so sorry. See guys, that was the last time I said, you know what, I'm done trying to see what this guy is like. He doesn't get angry, let's move on with our lives. That's when I dropped that project of trying to see what this man is like when he's angry. I wanted to say when he's pregnant. Because he doesn't get angry, and there's nothing I can do about that. He doesn't get angry. What do you want me to do? Nothing. I don't know if being hurt and being angry are the same thing, but I think it's different from my husband, because when you are angry, you're angry at the person. You know, you're angry at the person that has offended you. But with my husband, he's not mad at you. When you do things that don't sit well with him, then he's questioning his own self. Like, okay, am I good enough for this person? Does this person see me worthy? Like, now you are making him question his own existence. So that is why, you know, I stopped. I just stopped. Like, you know what, this is pointless. It has no relevant value. It has no eternal value. And why am I giving you this juice? Because I know that there are so many people out there in the same shoes, right? People are different. You know, I used to say you cannot really pretend for a long time. But then I know that some people are pro masters. They can pretend for the longest time. They can pretend for as long as you want them to pretend. And the moment they get what they want, they show you their real color, right? But that's where the Holy Spirit comes in. That is where the spirit of discernment comes in. If you let God guide you, if you're always interested in what God has to say, you follow the principles of God, right? You would always know when there is fire on the mountain. You would always know where there is a red flag. I mean, from the beginning of my relationship, I already had peace, like all round. I've never had peace about any relationship like that. Like no matter how, you know, I've loved in the past, because I'm not going to say that my husband is the only person I've loved, or my husband is the only person that I ever dated. No, I've had relationships before him, and no matter how much, and I've been in love before I met him, right? So no matter how in love I was in my past relationships, you know, there is still that tiny bit of fear or unrest. Like, okay, is this going to work? If I marry this person, is this 100%? Like, can this person handle this? Can this person do, like, I had questions, right? But for my husband, for Oluwatobi, like, it was just 100% from the beginning. Like, I did not have an iota of doubt in my mind. Like, there was no doubt whatsoever. And I used to say that maybe because of the foundation of the relationship, because of how the relationship started, because of where it started from, because of the beginning of it, right? You know, it was just pure, it was just beautiful. Like, it was peace all around, it was God all around. So I'm like, why am I forcing the things that are not there to be there? Like, this person is this person. I cannot come from nowhere after how many years of his life and try to change him. It doesn't make sense. This person does, my husband does not get upset. Like, if my husband is upset, what you have done is terrible. I remember another time in marriage where, you know, I did something similar. Maybe I just quickly give that gist. After I moved to South Africa and we just started living together, so, you know, we had a bit of disagreement that day, and my usual self, being me, just took it out of proportion, and, you know, I just went into silent treatment and everything. And I was supposed to make dinner, right? I was supposed to make dinner. We only had breakfast that day. We didn't eat lunch because I said I was going to make a big dinner. And you guys, because I was angry, I didn't make dinner. I didn't make dinner. Like, that's very stupid. Don't ever do that. Like, you know, because I was angry, I didn't make dinner, and I'm like, whatever. It's what you like. I didn't even say anything. And, you know, I went to, I took Gary or something, and I went to bed. And this guy has been working all day. Has been working all day. There was no way he could leave work and, you know, make dinner at the same time, because it's not like I was sick or anything. I'm sure that the disagreement we had there, he had already, like, maybe forgotten. He had processed it, because when we have a disagreement and it takes time to process, it doesn't talk to you immediately, it doesn't give you feedback immediately. It takes time to process. That's the kind of person he is. He's very introverted. Even though they tell you that he's not introverted, he's only goes verted, but you know, it will take time to process it. Then when it comes to a reasonable conclusion, it comes back to you to say, okay, this is what I think, right? But me, I want to solve it on the spot. But you don't solve it on the spot. Okay, now silent treatment, let's all go our ways. I think he took Gary or whatever that night and just went to bed. And the following morning was like, babe, I need to talk to you. Like, it was almost close to tears. Like, why would you do that to me? Like, why would you do that? Like, my husband was so hot, and I started crying. Like, I'm like, even when I was now questioning myself, like, why did you do that? Like, really, why did you? That was the day I resolved in my mind that no matter what is going on in my marriage, like, no matter what, I am always going to make food. Like, even though let us just have screamed on each other, I'm going to make you food. I'm going to make you dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever it is that I am supposed to make. I'm going to make it. We might not do any other thing. We might not be cozy. We might not, but I'm going to make you food. Like, it was so hot. I'm like, no, I can't be doing this to another human being. That is unfair. With my husband, what you see is what you get. And I'm just here to just encourage somebody else. You know, you have all these thesis in your head. You have all this information that you know that, hey, this one, I have to run with it. But when somebody show you who they are, just accept it. Accept that this is who the person is, good or bad. When somebody shows you that I'm bad, but you are there trying to say, oh no, I see good underneath. Why are you trying to do that? They've already shown you that I'm a bad person. They've already shown you that I'm a bad person. I'm an irresponsible person. I should not be trusted. But you are like, no, there is a good in you. Let's find it. That's just stupidity. That doesn't make sense. That's why you will come back months after you're married and say, I don't understand the man I married. You understood it. You saw it while you're dating, but you decided to ignore. You decided to find the good, irrespective. And when somebody shows you that I'm good, Like, I am good. This is who I am. Accept it as well. And that is what I've come to do with my husband. Like, I accept him for who he is. Like, this person, I'm not saying that he's perfect. Nobody is. There's some things that he does sometimes. I just want to like but me too, with flaws, like up and down, right? Nobody's perfect. But overall, my husband is good. Sometimes I'm just really overwhelmed by the goodness that I just pick up my phone to send a message to my mother-in-law to say thank you. Like I know that it is not how you, like, that's the, I'm just trying to give you the body of message I sent to her. Like, I know that it is not how you, I know that this person has done a lot of work, a lot of improvement, self-development on himself, but you laid the foundation. You laid the foundation that is possible for him to do all of that. Like, you raised a beautiful man. You raised a good man, and I'll just say thank you to my mother-in-law. When my mother-in-law and I are talking, I'm not sure that there is a time we don't talk about my husband. Maybe we'll talk about his goofiness or his goodness or whatever. And at the end of the day, I'll just say, oh, thank you, mommy. Like, thank you so much for raising a good man, because a good man is a good man. I know that people say, oh, they struggle in their first year of marriage, second year of marriage. I'll be 3 years in January. Me, I've not struggled, though. I'm still looking for struggle. I've not seen it. God will not allow us to find it. Like, you know, a good person is a good person. If you have found a good person, please hold on tight. Don't try to say, oh, don't try to change him because of all these things that you've heard. You want to find what is not there. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, guys, I'm done. Eyes done. Lips done. I look like a babe. What do you think? I think I did well with my makeup. I did a little bit of lashes. They just restored power. We've been having load shedding back to back. Sorry, I'm just taking time to appreciate this beauty. Because what is all this? What is this? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It goes a long way in helping my channel. And if there's anything you learned, please let me know in the comment section. Let's just keep the conversation going. So let me throw it back to you. Would you marry somebody that you have never seen angry? Somebody you don't know how they react when they are angry, or it doesn't mean anything to you? Let me know in the comment section. Let's just keep the conversation going and just gist me generally. If there are any other stories that you'd like to know, just let me know them in the comment section, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at @Philippians. Till next time I come your way, I hope that you do well and that God bless you. Bye.